stage, to the microphone. Let me stand up. I'll talk and discuss things with you, things that I understand the best, and that is water. Water sommelier and founder of Aquila Mineral Water. I often get asked, water in bottles, is it sustainable? Is it not? I always say that I bottle things that people don't take and drink from the tap. 70% of us is water. And a lot of the time, we take this for granted. We take water for granted, something we can get just by opening our tap, which is true, but I hopefully will be able to say something that you've never heard before. In war, the first thing that you start lacking is water. We are part also of the National Reserve Plan. We provide, we supply reserve water. Hopefully, we'll never have to use the stockpile of water. Hopefully, this never happens. A person cannot live without air, and water is next to air. A person can survive only a couple of days without water. How do we contribute to sustainability? I'm very happy that this year we had the latest research on hydration, dehydration and hydration. Research involved over 15,000 participants, subjects, and research showed that that there is an increase of 50% of aging faster if you are dehydrated. And I'll show you the figures. So, and there is an increase of likelihood to uh, increase chronic diseases by 64%. Dehydration increases your risk of chronic disease by 64%, which means that consuming water, drinking water, can ensure healthier life for us. So how does this look like? So these are a couple of figures taken from the study. What was tested was sodium serum quantity. If if these quantities increase, then our body acts as a cactus. Sort of, we store this. We store mineral deposits in our blood, helping with hydration. So the normal quantities are between 135 and 145 milliliters. So if our sodium levels are really high in the blood, the people in the study were researched for a month, almost a month. So even a slight dehydration increases the risk of aging. Sort of our biological age, our aging process increases.
Vėlgi, net 64% padidėja
So
tikimybė.
you can see here that levels are less than 142 millimoles increase the likelihood of your biological age being higher than your chronological age by 10-15%, which means that dehydration affects our bodies and affects our health significantly. So what are the symptoms of dehydration? A lot of the time people say that I don't want to drink, therefore I'm hydrated. So we associate hydration with how much water we want to drink. So if you are feeling thirsty, then that means you are dehydrated. Fatigue is also a sign of dehydration. Sports, stress, heat, dry weather, dry air, dry foods, coffee, water, alcohol, carbonated soft drinks are all foods and drinks that increase dehydration in our bodies. Here you can see how much water you need during activities, because a lot of the time, for example, we say that sports is good for you. It leads to better, healthier, longer life. So you need to exercise to be healthy. But sport increases dehydration. That is why it is recommended to drink between 500 to 600 milliliters of water 2 to 3 hours before a exercise, not after your exercise when you're so thirsty that you can have a gallon of water. Why water is good, why Aquila, for example, is sustainable. Aquila is a water that is naturally alkaline. Our diet is predominantly consists predominantly on acidic foods and acidic drinks. Therefore, we need to have enough alkaline sources of food and drink to balance everything out. This is an example from a plane. So is what you see in the flight situations. Here in this room, moisture level, probably humidity is around 30–40%. Even in this kind of environment, we dehydrate. On a plane, humidity is around 10–20%. That's something similar to desert. In on a plane, a lot of the time we don't drink for an hour or two, just because we don't want to go to the toilet in on the plane. But that's not a good thing to do, because you dehydrate and you dehydrate a lot. So that's why we believe that developing this habit of drinking early on has to be done. We lose as adults this habit of drinking enough water. So in order for us to keep on drinking enough water, we have to start from childhood. We have to start teaching our children to drink enough water. Why Aquila? Why I started this business? Why for me this business is sustainable? A lot of the time I get criticized that it's not sustainable because I bottle water in plastic. But this is a sustainable packaging. This is lightweight. This is easy to transport. And in our national reserves, the state, the government stockpiles everything in plastic packaging. And in order to survive, you need water. First and foremost, you need water. Water can be used safely by everybody, by babies, by pregnant women. And for pregnant women, consuming water is important. And it's better to drink bottled water, because our tap water can include nitrates that are bad for pregnant women's health. Bottled water, our water, Aquila, is protected from this. It does not include any harmful hazardous substance. And we have water on the table to practice the habit of drinking enough water. So water is beneficial for your health, and I'm very happy to see that dehydration studies are happening, and they are clear evidence that dehydration has effects on our health.